All right, run the show. Starting it off with a 51 rated match. Johnny is always good for these match types, really. We have Johnny Martin defeating Jay Darkness in 10:29 by pinfall with a twist on the rocks. Just solid stuff from our current champion. Really, he's always dependable to get about a 45 to 55, somewhere in that sort of rating. All right, we then go to a 32 rated angle for Happy Gilmore. Currently a face, hence the Happy. It's not bad, but it's also, it's just due to his low popularity, really. His match getting a 33. We have Happy Gilmore defeating Big Cat Brandon in 9:36 by pinfall with an anger management. So that's a pretty decent rating, considering they both got 31 in-rings. We'll take it. We then go to a 56 rated angle, where we have No Remorse cutting a promo onto the McWade brothers, challenging them to a match at the pay-per-view. And obviously that's going to be booked in, but we're not going to pre-book anything. And yeah, both of them, both Caulfield and Freddy, doing some good things without a script to follow in that one as well. Freddy actually doing a masterful job, which I like to see. A 56 is actually pretty high for our angles at the moment. All right, we then go into six-man tag action, getting a 43. We have Monty Walker and No Remorse defeating Zeus Maximilian and the McWade brothers in 10:21, and Freddy in Zeus with a Patriot press. And yeah, Zeus was really seemed off his game, and then luckily, the chaos helped hide how badly Chris Caulfield was performing. There we go. Gotta love a mayhem match. Okay, so we then go into a 26 rated angle for the Peak brothers. Again, this one was Eddie Peak on entertainment. As you can see, very poor when trying to improvise dialogue, so I'll script him from now on, at least until he gets a little bit better with the promos. And then, of course, Doug was rated on Menace as well. So, he can just be rated on Menace going forward. And Eddie's going to be the mouthpiece, I guess, of the team, but eventually of himself once we give him a singles push. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We only get a 20 for this match, but as you can see, we had the two crazy matches, quick succession. Yeah, that's not going to work. I think the last match, what was the last match? Was it Mayhem? No. Yeah, it was Mayhem, wasn't it? Anyway, got the Peak brothers defeating the Hardcore Blondes in 9:44 when Eddie Peak pinned Jake Harvey with a Peak of Perfection. Eddie was a standout with a 25. We got a 19 from Doug, 17 from Jake. So, even Doug was, he was off his game. So potentially would have gotten over a 20 in-ring performance there as well. Need to make sure I spread the hardcore matches out as well. All right, we then go into a 42 rated angle, which could potentially help both these guys out. So obviously we had Larry Wood rated on Menace, and then we had Morpheus, who can do both Menace and Entertainment, but he was rated on Entertainment here as well. I think Entertainment's probably better for him. And as you can see, he did improvise well throughout the segment. So, yeah, he's doing good things. And I think he has to be the final challenger before we end the Johnny Martin title reign. All right, we then get a 40 rated tag team match, which is, that's pretty good. Pretty surprising, actually. We have Larry Wood and Morpheus defeating Puerto Rican Power and Tim Westybrook in 9:57. When Larry Wood pinned Tim Westybrook, they running Bigfoot. Yeah, good win. And good in-ring performances from both Morpheus and Larry. Got a 44 from Morpheus, so highest in the match. And again, that's basically just another reason for him to go against Martin for the Extreme title. That'll kind of be his big test, I would say. So I'm looking forward to it, actually. And a 40, that's a solid tag team match, man. Anything, 40 and above, I'm pretty happy with at this point. Damn. A 94 rated angle from Nemesis. And I mean, that wasn't even with, the no script bonus either. 94. That's Nemesis. I mean, what more is there to say apart from that is Nemesis? I mean, this main event's got to be pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good considering it's JJ Cole's. I mean, a 63. It's a good carry. Very good carry from Nemesis. And as you'd expect, Nemesis does defeat JJ Cole's one half of the tag team champions in 9:53 by pinfall with a Nemesis arrow. And yeah, I mean, Nemesis with, I think, 85. I think that might be his highest ever in-ring performance so far. So very good stuff. Looked excellent out there as well. And that's a good main event. And then, of course, we've got the angle to follow up as well. Not as good, but a 59 is still... You know what? Actually, that 59's pretty good, considering it's Morpheus and he was superb working without a script. So, I mean, most of this angle might have been Morpheus. Obviously, Vibert is very good. I think he's also got a decent level of popularity as well. But he struggled going off script as well. That's kind of a bit of a toss-up, really, in regards to, who actually... I mean, if you look at that, Morpheus, exceptional improvising, high morale, good momentum, great gimmick, amazing heel as well. That's a good way to end the show. And of course, Vibert basically making Morpheus the number one contender, as he's been super, super impressive since his debut. Ooh. That's really interesting. As you can see, the show didn't result in any popularity changes, and the fans were annoyed due to the amount of non-wrestling segments. So that's bad. Way too many angles, I guess, in this show. That's pretty frustrating, actually, because I felt like that was a really good show. Yeah, very frustrating. At least, we didn't lose any popularity. So, in some ways, it's perfectly fine. Anyway, let's go for the Wolverine. Oh, we didn't use Wolverine, did we? I guess... I don't know if JD... We didn't use JD either. Well, I know that Michael Bull lost his morale issues. I think let's praise Roy and let's praise Jake, because I think Jake did have morale issues. And I kind of like Jake as a future little prospect. We'll check the... We'll go Eddie as well. We'll check the creative meeting here as well. Want to suss out and have a look. Just to see who our, best prospects are. Obviously, I mean, Angry Gilmore has to be in there. Obviously, franchise players. That sucks because we only have 2 left. After the last live stream, I think we had about 4. Yeah, because we had Vengeance in there and we had Eric Tyler in there as well. And now both of them are gone. And we're left with 2 people. The 2 men that are essentially carrying the company. And obviously Nemesis is literally carrying the entire company, more or less on his back. Alright, so next big things, only Monty and Morpheus. Interesting. I mean, they're 2 guys that we are really going to push into that main event. Obviously, Monty Walker, currently one half of the tag team champions. And I mean, Morpheus, I would say we've essentially given him, a bit of a rocket push to an extent. You know, we've teamed him up with Eric. We teamed him up with Nemesis for a little bit as well. Not in like an official capacity, like Eric Tyler, but you know, now he's getting a title shot as well. So, I mean, next big thing, I would agree. Hot prospects. I mean, this is the list that you really want to look at. So, all right, Puerto Rican Power #1. He's good. Don't know if I exactly agree with that, but he is very good. Really good star quality as well. If he had a bit more charisma, he could maybe have been our figurehead, potentially. But then we got Larry Wood, who's 29, so I wouldn't really... He's also very good, but I wouldn't really call him a hot prospect. He's kind of a well-known prospect, if that makes any sense. Very happy to see Happy Gilmore in at #3. Definitely agree with that one. Wish he had a higher star quality, because he could also have been the figurehead going forward. At least while he's happy. I mean, if he went angry, probably not a great thing. But then Big Cat Brandon. I mean, obviously it's more just the star quality in there. Very good in the ring, primary skills, but that psychology's leaves a lot to be asked about. And then finally, Jay Darkness. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. He's okay. He's got good hardcore. And like I said, he'll probably get a singles push at some stage. Want to get his tag team partner sort of away and out of the company. All right, let's talk the talk. Happy Gilmore already at #4. Showstoppers. Happy Gilmore in at #2, above Johnny Martin. That just goes to show how good he actually is. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Should we bulk him up? I mean, he's currently a lightweight. I mean, he doesn't want to change size. Because he's still physically maturing. So there we go. We'll have to wait a little while. Ring generals, yeah, I mean, they're all kind of expected. Who's hot, who's not. And Henry Lee's momentum is in the toilet. Love to see that. Okay, who else we got? I mean, James Sinclair. Interesting. He wasn't there before, I don't think. But he's also a smoker, drinker, steroid user. He's got a gloomy personality. I don't think we go for him, to be honest. And then Whiskey Jack. Whiskey Jack, he doesn't look too bad. But he's also a heel. So we don't need any more heels. That's the thing. I mean, Travis, is another heel, but Travis Century does actually look like a really good talent. Never gotten that before, yeah. I mean, it's maybe just because he's, 19 years old or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen it before either. He sounds like a mess. Yeah. I mean, Seth Storm looks pretty good. All these, really good guys, they're all a part of SWF, basically. Ryan Schmant, good to see you in the chat, man. Yeah, I can't wait for Dynamite. Kind of a weird time for me to be doing the live stream while Dynamite was sort of going on. I didn't exactly want to do it, but I'm just, I really wanted to stream, and just with the way that everything is today, being New Year's Eve in Australia, just had to get it out, had to get the stream out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to stream, and then that wouldn't have been another video for the future. I sucks at this game. I mean, I shouldn't have said that, but that's your name. How you going, man? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, SWF is the biggest promotion, the 97 Cverse. I think, I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are. I don't think US Pro... I mean, is US Pro even in the game right now? I'm not sure. I don't think they are, because... Was US Pro created by Sam Strong? I think it was, and Sam Strong is, I think, still with HGC, and he's got creative control over there as well, which is pretty funny. But at least that's what I remember, you know, playing this save back in the day. Is this hard to get used to when you're not using actual wrestlers? I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard to get used to, but you have to play. You know, you have to play. You have to do a little bit of like scouting. You know, it's definitely worth it to turn the actual scouting setting off, so you can kind of see exactly how good everybody is. You know, who are the guys you should be going for, and just, I guess the easiest thing to do in the Cverse is to just filter your searches. You know, if you're looking for, you know, younger workers, use the filter, set it to maybe, I don't know, 20, 26 years old as a maximum, and then go from there. Probably the easiest way of finding a younger worker. And then if you're looking for a, you know, a more veteran or, oh god, no. Why? Mid rant or ramble, I guess. Oh. Johnny Martin. Why? At least it's not Nemesis, but why? Oh. He's our second biggest star. Our current Extreme Champion. SWF. I mean, I wouldn't expect SWF to even come in for him. Yeah, SWF coming for the talent. I mean, the funny thing is, Nemesis is literally on a like handshake deal with SWF as well. Why couldn't they just give him a handshake deal? Maybe I should. Oh, I mean, I should. I say I should. Tyler, Morpheus title win. Nah, I don't think we can give him the title win. I don't really know what to do now, actually. Yeah, SWF, they are the WWE. Especially in this one. They're like literally the grandiose, you know, biggest company in the world. With pretty big finances as well. As you can see, you know, just under 25 million. That's quite a bit. Even comparing it to HGC, which is the, I guess you would call it the AEW in the 97 Cverse. Oh man. I can't believe that. We're gonna lose Johnny Martin as well after the last stream. Honestly, yeah, US Pro's more in the modern Cverse, but SWF definitely, they're, I guess, more they're the WWF, and I guess HGC would probably be deemed more the WCW, you know, back in this sort of time frame. And then obviously we're the sort of ECW, if you will. Ooh, we've got the Extreme doubleheader, which is our two events in a row. As you can see, it's Sunday week 4 June, and then we have day 2 being on the Monday week 1. So you know what I'm going to do? We're just going to run with the Sean. Why does Sean have big morale issues now? Yeah, his gimmick. Basically, well, I haven't been using him, but it's also his gimmick. That's frustrating. You're the ginger, yeah. We're the outcasts, basically. The company that nobody really wants to sponsor. All right, we're gonna get into this. All right, we got Eddie Peak. Hopefully, another wrestler's court and another small positive impact for Eddie. So that's good. It's good to see we've still got no sort of negative relationships. I think we did in that last stream, but we fixed it up a bit. It's good to see. So I guess the main event, we're going to go Morpheus taking on, where is he? Johnny. Title on the line. We'll give it, how long can we give it? We'll probably give it 15. We'll give it 15. We'll see if we get a road agent note from it. But Johnny's going to retain. It'll be decisive like that. I mean, we can do it. So there we go. Big Battle Royale, the first night. You know what? Yeah, let's do a Battle Royale. I mean, it's only going to be like a 10-man Battle Royale, but we'll do it. We'll do it. And then I guess we'll have a tag team title match in there as well. All right, so 10-man. What's Starmageddon? Interesting. Guessing that's very much a... Yeah, that's very much a specialty match for one of the companies. Let's just go a standard over the top Battle Royale, though. And this one's, I mean, it's pretty obvious who's going to win this one just by me putting him in the, as the first competitor. Not sure who else to really throw into the match. I guess Sean can go in there as well. Wolverine. Let's go for Larry. And Larry's popularity is still really bad. We're not going to use the Peak Brothers or No Remorse, so let's go Big Cat Brandon. We can go Henry Lee. Henry Lee can go in. JD can go in as well. Actually, no. We'll use JD for something else. Puerto Rican Power can go in. We'll go Westybrook. Now, I mean, Nemesis coming out first and then just destroying everybody is kind of what's going to happen in this match. I've got two more, but I don't really know who else I want to put in. It was the McWades, not the Peak Boys or the Peak Brothers. But I might have them actually take on Grunge for the tag team titles. Yeah, we might try and tweak Puerto Rican Power's gimmick. It might have been enough time has passed. We'll put in Jay, because Jay is, he's touted pretty highly as well. May as well get him on the card. Got Tim, we have Zeus? We don't have Zeus. Alright, Zeus is going in. There we go. There is our 10 men. I mean, we can only go 15 minutes, so we'll only go 15 minutes. Let's have Nemesis win. Who will the runner-up be? Interesting question. Maybe Wolverine? Let's go Puerto Rican Power as the runner-up. Most eliminations, obviously Nemesis, but I mean, it might be close. It might be close. And let's have a crazy bump in this match as well, for maybe Larry. Oh, less than big in size. He won't take a crazy bump. Maybe we do a stunt bump. Will he do stunt? Doesn't want to take a stunt bump for a company less than medium in size. Okay. Anybody else? What about Big Cat Brandon? Did he do a stunt bump? No. I think we have to get to medium. Yeah, I think we have to get to medium. There we go. That's, I guess, #1 contenders for the Extreme title Battle Royale. And we'll make it a regular match. Okay. What else are we going to do? So we've got the sort of 2 tag team matches. So let's go No Remorse, and they were taking on the McWades. Oh, we've got a new follower. I sucks at this game. Thank you for following, man. Got the nice little Ric Flair sort of follower alert as well. First time I've actually heard that properly. Thank you for following. I've got a nice little what do you call it? Emote. Well, it's a Ric Flair woo back from when he was in the, I think, the 80s potentially. It's only small, but it looks pretty cool. I'll have to get it uploaded soon. I just finished working on it yesterday. Alright, so yeah, Freddy needs to win again. Because Freddy, like I said, he's gonna be the at least the first, maybe the main competitor going forward. Actually, we might do a, depending on how long we have Johnny for, we'll probably do a rematch. But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, Nemesis, more than likely, well, he's definitely going to win that belt. So this one, McWades, this one can probably be the Wild Brawl. That kind of makes sense. So that'll have to be after. And then, yeah, we've got the tag team title match as well. Where are the boys? Oh no, don't tell me Monty's not here. Hold on. Wait, wait, what? Monty's working for HGC? Wait, what? What's going on? Wait, I'm confused. Did he sign a... Oh, okay, he's got a handshake. I guess, did he always have that handshake deal? If so, that's really bad for us. Yeah, I guess he always had that handshake deal. Man, I tell you what, we need to start making some money. Otherwise, we're going to lose another really talented guy like Monty Walker, for example. The fact that he's on a handshake deal actually makes me a little bit happier. Because he potentially won't leave on an exclusive written for quite some time. Yeah, I mean, he should be there for night 2. Realistically, I would assume so. Anyway, I guess with that said, I guess we'll just do a singles match then. Go JJ Cole's taking on Eddie Peak. That's probably a good match considering they were going to verse each other. So let's give the win to Eddie, because I think he might even have more popularity. He does. Got higher popularity than one half of our tag team champions. Should I make this? I'll keep this hardcore. And that can go there. I'll chuck that in between, because that's a regular match. We'll do a work the crowd match as well. Tables match? Let's do a tables match. Why not? 1v1 tables. Where are we? T, if I can remember how the alphabet works. Let's go JD Morgan. Who have we got left? We've got Jake Harvey. Let's go Jake. Like I said, I kind of like Jake, to be fair. So a 10-minute tables match. Obviously, not exactly JD's specialty, but gotta block that sneeze coming in. Woo. Yeah, obviously decisive, and like I said, we'll make it work the crowd. I mean, JD, he can't speak anyway, so it kind of works out pretty well. Buddy Game's got too much to do. Make a couple of these. Nemesis. And we also need a Mayhem match. I mean, Happy taking on... Yeah, Murderous Mikey. Perfect. Because Murderous Mikey is absolutely trash. So Happy to get the win. Happy days. Make it a... Where is it? Mayhem. There we go. Does a hardcore match need a decent build? Yeah. So I might go that way first then, and then we'll give Happy an angle. Hopefully it works. Yeah, Mayhem match covers for people that are just basically trash, and potentially allows them. I think they get like a little boost if they are bad. If it's a Mayhem match, I don't know how it works 100%, but that's kind of the way that I see it. All right, so main event. Let's go for Johnny and Morpheus together, both on entertainment. I'll script it just because it's Johnny, but I think it's probably not going to really matter too much. So that'll go there. Let's have a Nemesis angle just before the Battle Royale. Perfect. Right there. Like I said, we'll go a happy Gilmore. I don't want to go too crazy with the angles because obviously what happened on the last show, but you know, that might be enough actually. I think that's enough. I mean, that's a decent amount of time as well. We're kind of 10 minutes over the hour and a half. Will JD take a bump? I don't think JD's taken any types of bumps ever in his career. Yeah, I think it's literally you have to be a minimum of medium size to just do the stunt bumps. Yeah, see, it's pretty much everybody. Everybody's refusing to do it. But that's fine. Anyway. Nemesis attack at the end. Okay, yeah, I mean, 4 minutes. We can probably do it. Nemesis onto Johnny. Fighting Selling. Before. And that advances the storyline as well. Perfect. That's a good idea. Thank you for that suggestion. Kind of, it fits it all together nicely. Anyway, let's run the show. Alright, so we start off with a 44 rated opening match. Tables match as well. So we have JD Morgan defeating Jake Harvey in a tables match in 948 when Jake Harvey was put through a table. Pretty simple. Obviously, the vocal crowd not too happy with JD Morgan, but I mean, he's a good technical wrestler. Yeah, good to end on a strong angle. You know, I'm assuming a fighting angle with Nemesis is going to be pretty good. Yeah, 44 to start off the show. Not too bad. We then go into a 31 rated angle from Happy Gilmore. Only struggled when going off script, so... I mean, the thing with him is, I know how good he is. So I'm just going to keep giving him no script. Even if he does have the occasional, you know, stuff up, I guess. he's good enough that he will eventually just likely get more positives than negatives coming out of it as well. His match getting a 30 rating. We have Happy Gilmore defeating Murderous Mikey in 6:26 by pinfall with an anger management. It's an okay match. At least it got the crowd buzzing, so that's good going into the hardcore matches next. So, yeah, it's good. Murderous Mikey is not too good, even though, as you can see, Happy actually got a lower in-ring. Murderous Mikey was also off his game, so potentially lowered that a little bit more. We then go into a 26, which is essentially even worse, but yeah, we got Eddie Peak defeating one half of the tag team champions. So I guess that in theory, this makes sense, as Eddie Peak, he does have a victory now over one half of the tag team champions. So we'd assume that the Peak brothers now actually deserve their tag team title opportunity as well. So he defeats JJ Coles in 9:46 by pinfall with a Peak of perfection. Unfortunately, though, they both don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. So a little bit of negative chemistry coming in there, but at the same time, they're both in tag teams. So as long as the two tag teams don't have any negative chemistry, we'll be fine. We will be fine. All right, next match or next angle, we go into a 97 rated angle from Nemesis. This time, as you can see, the 94 was his last one. This one getting a 97, and he improvised well. So the improvisation helping him gain about 3 points on the angle itself. Pretty happy with that overall, 100%. Yeah, wow, exactly right. He's only 3 points away from a 100, so I don't know if he's actually gaining popularity, but hopefully he is, because that'd be a lot easier to get. Although if he's gaining more popularity, more likely that SWF will want to put him on that exclusive contract and essentially screw us over in two ways. Imagine if, we're losing Johnny Martin. Imagine if we lose Nemesis now as well. There goes the company. We could also lose Monty, the HGC, who is also on a handshake deal with. And that's one of our hot prospects, one of two. We'll have no franchise players. We'll have literally one hot prospect in Morpheus, and that would be it. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. Even if he's offered sign Nemesis to a contract. Thing is, I don't think Nemesis would even agree to sign with us, because he's got 75 popularity. So the thing is, with the database version from 2016, it also means that his handshake contract will actually run out. It's not ongoing, is the worst part about it. Maybe I should have looked into doing that in that sort of first live stream as well. We can look at it after the show. Anyway, 97, going into the Battle Royale, it actually does pretty well. Luckily, it's primarily Nemesis doing the most of the work in this one. Get a 53 though. I'm happy with that. Battle Royales can be very hit and miss sometimes. But we do have Nemesis winning the Battle Royale in 15-14. The other members of the Final Four were Puerto Rican Power, Wolverine, and Henry Lee, with Puerto Rican Power being the final elimination. So the two big men, Nemesis and Puerto Rican Power, staring each other down right at the end of the match. And of course, Nemesis way too dominant at the moment, and definitely the fan favorite, even though he is a heel in the company. Yeah, Nemesis also, getting the most eliminations over the course of the match, as you would also, you expect that as well. But I guess in theory, Puerto Rican Power would have gotten, quite a few, heel eliminations in there as well. He could have essentially eliminated guys like Big Cat Brandon, maybe Jay Darkness, and yeah, maybe Larry Wood in there as well. A lot of the other guys are faces. But I think Zeus is a heel as well. Alright, moving on to a 44 rated match. Pretty good. Got another sneeze coming up. I think I beat it. All right. We have we have no remorse defeating the McWade brothers in 11:56 when Freddy Datson pinned Dean McWade with a Patriot press. Obviously, Freddy once again carrying the match. He seems to be getting a little bit better each victory we give him, so I'm happy with that. Up to a 52 in ring, doing some decent stuff. Like I said, he'll probably be the first real challenger for Nemesis once he begins his title reign. All right, we then go into the pre-main event angle where we get a 58 rating. This one from Johnny Martin and Morpheus, the two opponents going into the title match here in the main event. Both scripted, but you know what? A 58 is actually pretty damn good. So I'm happy with that. Main event, a little bit lackluster, but you know what? It's a 53. It's above 50. We'll take it, especially with Morpheus. He's only got 32 popularity at the moment, so he's not exactly setting the world alight. But I'm hoping with the 53, I know he lost, but it might be enough to actually gain him a little bit of popularity, maybe 1 or 2 points potentially. And of course, it's kind of his first big test, if you will, for the Extreme title. And I mean, he couldn't exactly be victorious at his first time of asking either. I mean, I know he's got a decent amount of momentum behind him as well, but he was essentially just given this sort of title match. He didn't exactly work for it. He didn't exactly win a #1 contenders match either. So in theory, it kind of makes sense that he would lose this one as well. We do have Johnny Martin defeating Morpheus in 15:20 by pinfall with a twist on the rocks. And good old Johnny Martin making defense number 10 of the Dave Extreme title. So he made 10 defenses. Gotta say that's pretty impressive for a title reign. Getting a 58 to a 39 from Morpheus. Good stuff. I mean, it's just an okay title match, to be honest. And we finished off the show pretty strong. So thank you for the fighting angle or the post-match attack. It's a 77. 77. There we go. Anyway, we've got Nemesis attacking Johnny Martin post-match. Essentially, softening him up for the title match here on night 2 of the Extreme doubleheader. Good stuff. That's a great way to, yeah, exactly. Strong angle to end the show. Let's finish the show. And we get a 56. So, that's a decent show rating. It really is. And I mean, you can essentially expect the night or day 2. I was going to say night 2, but day 2 is going to be a lot better. Hopefully we'll break the 60 day 2. But we get a 56, not too bad. Praise needs to go to the Wolverine. We need to praise Gonzalez. And we need to praise JD. Yeah, we'll just praise JD. It's not JD's fault that the fans don't like him. Imagine him powerbombing Martin through a table. You know what would be a good thing to imagine? I don't know if you guys ever saw Mike Awesome powerbomb. Get his name, but he was a Japanese worker in ECW. And Awesome, he powerbombed him over the top rope through a table. Probably one of the most hardcore things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, just imagine Nemesis doing that to Johnny Martin. A powerbomb straight over the top rope, down through the announcing table. Tanaka, that's it, yeah. Yeah, once again, we win the regional battle. And then we got Nemesis, who thinks Puerto Rican Power needs to learn how to sell. I mean, it's 43. It's not great. It's not great, but you know what? It's okay. okay, and these two, they will have a nice little feud as well in the future. There we go. We've lost another one. We have lost another one. Johnny Martin has officially been signed to SWF on an exclusive written contract. We got 1 month left. 1 month left. We're also up to 44 popularity as well. Of course, we still need to get 59, so we're a long way away. But how close are we? What was it? 40? 47? Yeah, 47 popularity to get onto the Central Perk. Now, it's only free to air, so we're unfortunately not going to gain any revenue from the TV deal. But what it will do is allow our shows to be broadcast onto this network, so we'll still get the popularity increases from the tri-state area. But we'll also then be able to venture out to New England. Start, getting that up as well. Got Jerry Nullet coming in as well. Good to see you in the chat, man. Is Martin a face or a heel? He's a face at the moment. He's still currently the Extreme Champion. He finally got back up to 50. Isn't that funny? He gets back up to 50, and then he's leaving. Over the course of the last two streams, we kind of jogged him out a little bit at the start. Went down to 48 pop. Now we've finally got him back to where I wanted him to be at, and he's going to be leaving us as well. Frustrating, to say the least. Anyway, let's get into day 2. Need to take a sip of water here as well. Yeah, the Extreme title is our most prestigious. We only have 2 titles at the moment. We got the Extreme, 83 prestige apparently, and then the tag team is only 53. Yeah, poor Johnny Martin. Well, not poor. He's poor no longer with that exclusive written contract, but he's going to be losing his title. He got 10 defenses, so 10 defenses, held it for 288 days as well. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, we lost another 36,000 this time. You know what? We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. What we'll do is we'll run the pay-per-views in the tri-state, and then we'll run the Highway to the Danger Zone in New England once we get that broadcaster deal. I think that's the best way of doing it. And then maybe we go free tickets for the New England show, and then we go normal ticket pricing for the tri-state show. Therefore, we're making a bit of money back once we get up to that level. And then, depending on what happens, we can maybe push free tickets and do double shows in New England, depending on what our popularity is and what the financial situation's looking like. All right, so Nemesis, his contract. Oh, it is ongoing. Okay, it's ongoing. Don't have to worry about it. Perfect. Perfect. All right. That was a big worry that I was going to run out and he wouldn't, want to renegotiate. Yeah, nice. Lucky. You say nice, which is obviously a very good thing, but I say I'm just lucky that I don't have to try and renegotiate that. Anyway, let's book this main event. So, Johnny Martin taking on Nemesis. Me putting the title on him could potentially cause a company to come in for an offer, becoming the champion. We can do everything. It's only 15 minutes long. We can literally do everything for this one. Because Nemesis, he is that good. I mean, Nemesis can pretty much call every single match he's ever in, as long as the other person has at least a slight resemblance of, psychology. At least, 60 is probably the minimum for about a 12-minute match. Let's have a look what Dave actually has in the game here. I mean, there's quite a few titles here. We do have the television title. Got the Unified Champion. Got a Dave World title as well. I mean, we could essentially change. I mean, maybe once we go up in size, we could change the Extreme title to the World title, and then maybe have the Extreme title as sort of a hardcore lower mid card belt, or maybe a floating belt, and it's only defended in hardcore matches. Could be interesting, and it'll definitely give the more hardcore guys something to do at least. There is a TV title as well, so we could potentially bring that in fairly soon as our secondary title. Good to see that. There's quite a few little options in there. Might want to sign someone to replace Martin. Yeah, I mean Travis Century probably the logical option, but Travis is a heel, so it's the same old scenario. I'm really struggling to get faces into the company, so yeah, gonna have to keep, I guess, trying to push the faces we have, such as Monty, but again, we could lose Monty as well, so it's a tough one. Anyway, let's do our tag team title match here as well. It's gonna be Grunge taking on the Peak Brothers. We'll go 12. I think we can go 12. 47. Yeah, we should be able to. Tag team titles on the line. We'll make this the Wild Brawl, I think. And we'll give Monty the win. Yeah, let's make Doug the loser. So I don't really want Eddie to be the loser in this match. Yeah, he can't do it. He can probably do 10 though. He can do 10. All right. Yeah, I know we can have heel versus heel, but I kind of just want another decent base main eventer, if you will. What about JD? We turn JD? No. Lovely. Okay. Never mind. So let's do. We already did the tag team match. Maybe do a fatal 4-way. Let's make this a #1 contenders match as well. Let's have Freddy, JD, Sean, and Wolverine. That's a decent match on paper. Let's have Freddy get the win. I mean, we do have Freddy. We have Chris as well. Yeah, well, Freddy's going to be the first real challenger. We'll probably give Johnny Martin a rematch, maybe even on the Highway show. But Freddy will be the next proper challenger. Yeah, Puerto Rican Power. We'll give him a match on this show as well. Give him a nice little victory. Let's just make this a regular match. With Freddy to win, the loser can be Sean. Sean was a bit of a bad signing, to be honest. I might even use Sean Gonzalez to boost up Morpheus a bit more. He just doesn't work. And he's got bad morale issues now. He's got a bad gimmick as well. He's good. He's real good. But it's just not... I just don't think it's going to work out, if that makes sense. All right, so that's Wild Brawl. Yeah, we need a hardcore match. Wild Brawl would be good with those guys. I don't think Sean has pretty average brawling, so we'll just keep it regular. You know what would be interesting? Do we have any other high flyers on the roster? Obviously, not Big Cat Brandon. I don't think we do. And they're all hardcore, aren't they? What about Fletcher? Fletcher is a lightweight, and not exactly. He's more of a technical. And Zeus is probably brawling. Yeah, brawling, technical. I was gonna say it'd be pretty cool to do a high like a high spots match. Maybe I should look for another sort of high spots worker that is a heel that we could bring in, have some decent high spots matches against Happy. You know what we will do? Go 2v2 and let's go Puerto Rican Power teaming up with Happy Gilmore, and they can take on the Darkness Warriors. Yeah, it's just a win. Make this regular as well. That's regular. That's regular. Need another match. You know what? I'm going to give Morpheus a victory over Chris Caulfield. He does have higher popularity, so it actually kind of makes sense. This one can be our hardcore match. So we'll put that one there. Then we still need one more. We still need a yeah, we'll go Zeus and we'll go. We can pretty much just use anybody really. Let's go Stevens. Just for 8 minutes, and then we'll go Zeus to get the win. Mayhem match. There we go. Really? I mean, Roy is terrible, man. His stamina is atrocious. It really is. Real bad. Alright, so let's go a Morpheus angle. We're not going to have too many angles in this show, I don't think. We've got quite a few matches. So we'll go like that. We'll go Puerto Rican Power and Happy together. Maybe just double entertainment. I think double entertainment's probably good for them too. And then probably just a Nemesis angle to go in there. But maybe do a grunge angle, but I don't think we will. Let's go Nemesis. Might break a 100 potentially. Actually, you know what? He can cut it onto Johnny. I guess we'll go Johnny off screen just so it advances the storyline. There we go. I think we'll run with that. That looks pretty good. Missing having a dark stable. I mean, yeah. I mean, we could essentially make a dark stable, really. Because we do have the Darkness Warriors. They could be our Zombie Boy original Sinner combination. There was another tag team from Germany that we were looking at in that first live stream. Anyway, let's run with this show. I think it's a pretty good show. I like the Caulfield Morpheus match. Obviously the Peak Brothers versus Grunge is pretty good as well. And then we got the big fatal 4-way. Maybe actually, you know what? Let me give Freddy an angle. I know I said I didn't want too many angles in this one, but I think getting Freddy in there could, you know, potentially boost up his popularity. Nah, I don't think Morpheus I want Morpheus to be on his own. Kind of like a... I don't really want to use the example, but... You know, kind of like a lone wolf gimmick. Without being as dreadful. And, I mean, he's the American Buffalo, so maybe it's like a lone buffalo gimmick. I don't know. Talking nonsense now. Let's run with it. All right, we started with a 40 rated angle between Puerto Rican Power and Happy Gilmore. Actually, pretty decent. Much better than the sort of 30 that Happy got by himself. And we got Puerto Rican Power improvising well throughout the segment. Their tag team match getting a 33 rating, where we have Puerto Rican Power and Happy Gilmore defeating the Darkness Warriors in 9:38 when Puerto Rican Power pinned Jay Darkness with a San Juan Rush. Yeah, good stuff. You guys are right. We really need to push Puerto Rican Power and just at least get him up to the sort of upper mid-card level, just so, you know, we have another decent competitor. So I would like to see that match, Puerto Rican Power versus Nemesis. I mean, the two big men going at it would be a decent little showing. All right, we then go into a 24 rated match. This is the Mayhem match. We have Zeus Maximilian defeating Roy Stevens in 5:40 by pinfall with a Thunderbolt. As you can see, luckily, the chaos of the match helping hide how bad Roy actually is. And of course, the smart fans in the crowd, they essentially cheer every time Roy gets his ass beat. So, yeah, I mean, the fans, you're right. They would mock Raul. Raul! Alright, we then go, damn, Morpheus with a 54. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, he's the next to be stolen away. I'm expecting that now to come as well. But a 50, that's perfect. Good stuff. His match getting a 40 as well. So he's starting to creep up to that level. That is nearing that upper mid-card level. Which I think is really good. Even though he is a heel, but we do have Morpheus defeating Chris Caulfield in 12:21 by pinfall with this Stampede. Big victory over Chris Caulfield as well. Yeah, Roy is exactly the guy to be squashed. I mean, he can't even go more than 6 minutes, so... Morpheus. Morpheus versus Roy in 3 minutes. Morpheus to dominate. I could see that being a decent squash. We might even do that on the next show. But yeah, big win there for Morpheus. Damn, Freddy. The Freddy push is looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty damn good. We get a 66 rating from Freddy's angle here prior to the #1 contenders fatal 4-way match. Oh, Jerry Nullet. I don't even want to think about that. I literally don't like the American Buffalo gimmick that he has in TCW. I want to keep him as Morpheus for this whole series. I don't want him to even think about going back to Buffalo. But that's a pretty cool idea. Especially the whole mask. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, Freddy doing big things in this angle. 66 rated. Definitely a worthy #1 contender. I mean, realistically, he's just about the only face that we have left that is actually good in the whole company. You know, that's sort of an upper mid-card main event level. I guess it would be a main eventer now. That's how good he is. Alright, the #1 contenders match actually pulling off a pretty decent rating. We get a 55 for the Fatal 4-Way. And of course, we got Freddy Datsun defeating JD Morgan, Sean Gonzalez, and the Wolverine in 11:54. And Freddy Datsun pinned Sean Gonzalez with a Patriot press. I mean, JD and Freddy, you know, both doing pretty decent. 51 for Freddy, 54 for JD. But again, the vocal crowd for JD and the vocal crowd there for Sean Gonzalez as well. You know what we might do? Let's do JD versus Sean on the one of the next shows. Yeah, 55, very solid. And our new #1 contender is Freddy Datson. All right, we then go into the tag team title match, getting a 34 rating, where we have Grunge defeating the Peak Brothers in 9:33, when Monty Walker submitted Doug Peak, and we have Grunge making defense #4 of the Dave tag team titles. I mean, it's a pretty good match. It's nothing special. It's just okay. Once again, Doug Peak off his game. So Doug Peak is essentially the new original Sinner. Going to be off his game in every single match that I put him in. Anyway, you know what? I found a soft spot for original Sinner back in the day, so maybe I'll find a nice little soft spot for Doug. But then again, I look at his brother, and his brother's about twice as good as he is, so it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But yeah, once again, you know, Monty doing good work. You know, carrying the match, as you would expect. They're up to defense #4 as well, Grunge. So that tag team came out of nowhere. It's kind of an impromptu, thrown together just to get the belts off. And now it's a fully fledged tag team with 4 title defenses as well. Alrighty, we then go into a 91 rated angle. We've got Nemesis cutting a promo onto his opponent, basically saying he's going to win the Extreme title away, bring it back to Phil Vibert's, you know, I guess under control of Phil Vibert. But then again, Nemesis kind of says, you know, he was brought in by Vibert, but Nemesis is his own man. He's not exactly gonna, he doesn't exactly do whatever he's told, but he obviously he wants to win the title himself anyway, and he's going to do just that. 91, that's the Nemesis effect. Main event, it's got to be above 70, please. Oh, there we go. That is perfection. I mean, we've kind of been building towards this match for quite some time. And I mean, the fact that Johnny's leaving, it's still, this time frame would have still worked out pretty much perfectly to where we're at right now. To get a 75, I mean, that's perfect. We have Nemesis defeating Johnny Martin in 15-20 by pinfall with a Nemesis arrow. We got Big Bad Nemesis winning the Dave Extreme title for the first time. Of course, he's only newly brought in essentially at the start of the series, start of the live stream in that previous sort of episode. Yeah, I mean, Nemesis, he's head and shoulders. Like, there's no comparison, really. I mean, it's like Nemesis is a main event talent for us, right? And then you would consider Johnny to be main event as well. You compare the two, it's like a main eventer to a mid-carder, essentially. Based on the popularity difference, and even the in-ring, you know, the basic psychology, Nemesis is, you know, high 80s to Johnny's sort of mid to low 70s. Got like 73 psychology. Nemesis has got 88. It's immense. And I mean, you can see it in the in-ring performances as well. 85 again from Nemesis, and only a 58 from Johnny. There we go, 75 rated main event to finish off the show and to finish off the Extreme doubleheader. Boy, oh boy, would you look at that rating. We get a 67 overall rating there for the second day of the Extreme doubleheader. We're also getting a lot less penalties as well for our production values. Good to see. It's only one rival as well. So if we did want to eventually sort of increase those levels, hopefully it wouldn't, you know, cost us too much either. All right, once again we're gonna go with Sean just because he has those bad morale issues. We'll go Wolverine as well because I'm not sure if we sorted those out. And then the final one, I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be Nemesis. You know what? It has to be. I'm gonna hug him purely for the fact that it's a 75 rated main event and a 67 rated show. Yeah. Oh, definitely the highest rated match and highest rated show. Yeah, both of them. I mean, it's not even close. 59 to a 67, and then a 69 to a 75. There we go. Interesting to see that Henry Lee has had quite a few decent matches as well with Nemesis. So we might even push Henry Lee a little bit, maybe after the Morpheus, once that storyline finishes, which will probably be at the next pay-per-view. There we go. We're up to 45. The tri-state now as well. We might even get a triple point, so we potentially could go up to the 47 pop we need to get onto our Central Perk TV. As you can see, we only need 47 in tri-state, so we've got to be pretty close to that right now. Actually, you know what? Maybe once we get onto that broadcaster, I might go back to normal ticket pricing for a little bit. Because in theory, once we're onto a small broadcaster, that is free to air as well. Because remember, free to air, you make zero money, but you gain more in popularity than you do from a commercial broadcaster. So in that regard, I mean, it almost makes sense to go back to normal ticket pricing, especially, you know, due to the fact that we're losing a lot of money. A lot of money. But, I mean, look at that. Look at the merchandise difference as well. That's why you upgrade your merchandise. Something that was a hard lesson that I learned from the local to global series. And we're also up to 18 popularity. So the spillover, increasing our pop in the New England and Mid-Atlantic areas as well. Pretty happy with that. All right, let's advance. Let's finish off this month, and I think we'll call it quits on the other live stream. So maybe another probably 20 to 30 minutes, which will essentially be around the 4-hour mark as well. My voice is starting to go just a little bit. I can feel it. I can feel it slightly twinging up a little bit. Yeah, that show definitely lived up to its hype. You know, I mean, the build that we kind of went with. I mean, it was a kind of a slow burn. I mean, most people would probably just chuck the Extreme title onto Nemesis straight away. I mean, we did it in July, so that's 7 months into the game. Pretty good. And I mean, you can bet your bottom dollar that Nemesis is going to have equally as good a title run unless he gets signed away. Touch wood. All right. All right, backstage incident. Oh, Larry Wood, would you look at that? Entertaining the locker room, organising a poker tournament. And then we got Freddy going to Wrestler's Court as well. No positive impact, though. I mean, look at the fans. I know we're still free tickets, so it's boosted even higher, but 3,300. I mean, if we're averaging, I mean, maybe 2,500 normal ticket pricing, could be pretty good. Could be pretty good. We need to maybe start capitalizing. Like I said, we'll see how the broadcaster goes. That'll probably be in the next live stream. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I guess the real question is, do I do the title match right now, or do I save it for the next show? The rematch, that is. You know what I'll do? Let's do this on this show. Let's go. I'm gonna go for a tag team title. Not a tag team title. A tag team main event. And we're gonna go for Morpheus, once again, teaming up with Nemesis. And they're going to take on... we're gonna essentially blend the two storylines together, which I think is a pretty cool way of going about it. So where is he? Johnny Martin's going to team up with Henry Lee. They're going to be on one team, taking on these guys. I mean, Henry and... pretty funny. Henry and Johnny, they look pretty damn similar. They look very, very similar indeed. Anyway, let's give the... I want to kind of give the victory to Morpheus. And have Johnny be the loser. It might be pushing it a little bit, though. And I can always just keep him strong, to be honest. He's still at 50 pop, and I want to take some of that pop away. And give it to Morpheus as well. Who's kind of stuck at 32 now as well. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. He's actually not even complaining, which is incredible. Fair play to Johnny Martin. The guy's he's a true professional. All right, up next, let's go. I want to give Caulfield a victory. Caulfield versus Laramie. For 10. And it can just be a hardcore match. We want to give Caulfield another victory. Give him a little bit of momentum back. Actually, you know what? Because Laramie's real bad, make that the Mayhem match. I like it. Who else have we got? So we've got... we can maybe go Freddy versus Big Cat Brandon. Another nice, easy sort of momentum builder for Freddy. Before next month when he really gets his time to shine. That one can be hardcore. We need a... Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll do Puerto Rican Power versus Roy. Actually, I'll make that the regular match. So big Puerto Rican Power taking on Roy. I mean, it's face versus face, but Roy is the resident jobber. So there we go, 3 minutes. Puerto Rican Power, dominate, script, and decisive. The poor kid. The poor kid. Gonna get absolutely destroyed. Is poor Roy Stevens. All right, we need a tag team match to maybe open the show. Realistically, well, we kind of need new number one contenders, and we've kind of, I mean, we've gone through all of these sort of tag teams as well. I mean, who's got the most pop? So 12 and 12. The Peak Brothers, we've got 22, 16. Maybe we do like a triple threat TLC match the next pay-per-view. Let's have the Peak Brothers taking on some faces. We'll go Jake. Actually, no, we'll go Lucas. And we'll go Michael Cook. Maybe just... well, it's going to have to be a 6-minute match, isn't it? And let's have Eddie win. Have Doug and Eddie to dominate in this one as well. Can't be open, or doesn't need to be open. Make it decisive. So it's... I'm not sure if this will be another squash. Maybe it will, because it's only 6 minutes. Eddie Peak, yeah. Well, what I want to do, I want to give the Peak Brothers at least one title run before they break up. Just, you know, just because it's the right thing to do. And I guess in that regard, if they have a title run, it can mean that they'll have sort of maybe another run down the line together where they sort of reconnect. If I'm not, you know, obviously I'm going to push Eddie. If there's nothing for Eddie to do, you could always come back together. So yeah, maybe Doug will lose the titles down the line, and that could be the catalyst. Yeah, there's a good tag team match, or a good squash tag match. We'll make that one... Actually, you know what? We'll make that... Will work the crowd? I don't know if it will work the crowd, though. Potentially. I mean, because the match lengths are so low, we can essentially just do another tag. Let's go JD teaming up with Wolverine to take on Westybrook and Gonzalez. Yeah, we'll go that. And I guess we'll give the Wolverine the victory, because, you know, the fans hate JD, so there we go. I mean, I don't even really want Westybrook to be the loser. I kind of just want it to be Gonzalez, because I think we'll probably get rid of Gonzalez fairly soon, I think. What match do we need? We need a wild brawl. I mean, that's not the match to have a wild brawl as. You know what? We'll make that regular. We'll make this our wild brawl. And then we'll chuck that a little bit later in the show. That's hardcore, so we can't go there. That's regular. All right, that's perfect. Although these two... That's mayhem. Let me swap these two around. Like that. Although that's hardcore, isn't it? Actually, I think they're all hardcore. I guess, yeah, we have to make this one regular. Otherwise, we're going to get the... So loud. Oh my god. We're going to get the penalty. So, we'll change it up a little bit. That's fine. I think Freddy versus Big Cat can just be a regular match. They both have pretty good brawling as well. Alright, so once again, let's just go with Nemesis and Morpheus. Just to, again, try and get Morpheus over as much as we possibly can. Then I think we might even double up. Let's go Nemesis and onto Johnny Martin again, post-match. And that'll advance the storyline. That's going to be a solid angle to finish off. You know, above 90. Alright, what else are we doing? I guess Puerto Rican Power, we can give him an angle because he's not really... He's only in a 3-minute match, so... That'll be good for him. I mean, there's not a lot else, really. I mean, this should just be work the crowd. There's, like, literally no one can speak in that match. Then maybe we go the... we'll go Freddy. We'll go Freddy. Let's check Freddy's popularity as well. It's 44. So he's up 3 points. He's doing pretty well. We can try and get him up to 50. I mean, that'd be ideal, but he's likely not going to get to 50 before. You know, we might give the Peak Brothers another angle. So let's go Eddie, Entertainment, and then Doug on Menace. Go 6. Alright, never mind. Scrap that. We'll delete that one. And let's run the show. A second match? I don't think we won't... We might actually need more time as well. Let's have a look at what local workers are around. I mean, there's literally 5. In the whole of the tri-state area, there is 5 workers. And they're all non-wrestlers. Okay. Ooh, RM Stones. I mean, he's our referee on local to global. He's only got 50 though, but he's got 100 in the modern day Seaverse. I might bring him in. He's only 17 years old. Emma Chase to be a manager. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit frustrating about the local workers. I mean, you would expect them to be, well, there to be a few more workers, but that's sort of the 97 database, really, in a nutshell. Anyway, we won't give him a second match. We'll just run the show like that. Alrighty, so we start off with that's a pretty good match actually. A 52 to start off the show. We have JD Morgan and the Wolverine beating Tim Westybrook and Sean Gonzalez in 9:38. When the Wolverine pinned Sean Gonzalez with the maul. And of course, Tim Westybrook, the weak link, struggling to keep up with everybody else in the match. But he's very young. He's still got a 30, so pretty happy with that. That's a good match. That's a real good match to start off. All right, we then go into a 28 rated Mayhem match. We have Chris Caulfield defeating Kurt Laramie in 10:27 by pinfall with a danger drop. So I would assume, what would a danger drop would have to be like a some sort of pile driver, just dropping Laramie essentially on his head. That's the way that I would imagine the danger drop. As you can see, both of them were pretty bad, and luckily the chaos helped hide how bad they actually were. There we go. Alright, unfortunately we only get a 30 for Puerto Rican Power's entertainment angle here. Did struggle going off script, so I don't know. Maybe I should script him, but I think he has done pretty well in the past without a script. I think even he did well without a script on that last show when he teamed with Angry. Happy Gilmore. Anyway, it's fine. We then go into it's a 14. It's a 14. It's pretty bad. I mean, the match maybe should have been longer. That's kind of the downfall of it. I don't know if we can do squash matches that are going to be that short. Maybe 5 minutes is kind of maybe the minimum we go. A 14's going to drag our show rating down a little bit. They even had chemistry with each other. Pretty funny, but yeah, Steven's off his game, and we had Puerto Rican Power with a 32. And it also cooled the crowd, so that's real bad because it means the future matches are going to be affected. But yeah, Puerto Rican Power defeating Roy Stevens in 2 minutes 50 seconds by pinfall with the San Juan Rush. Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty safe to say that the San Juan Rush, it's either maybe a spear. It's either a spear or maybe a pounce, where he just runs through and just, destroys his opponent with a crash shoulder tackle. Yeah, I mean, a spear sounds pretty good as far as his finisher. Okay, we then go into another pretty bad. You know what? I'm not going to do these squash matches anymore. I feel like these matches would have been better rated if they were open without someone to dominate. So I think from now on, we won't do these type of matches. Unless we really need to. And unless we have someone like Nemesis, perhaps. But yeah, a 19 for this one as well. It's a squash match. We do have the Peak brothers defeating Lucas Hale and Michael Cook in 6:25 when Eddie Peak pinned Hale with a Peak of Perfection. But I got a 27 from Eddie, a 23 from Doug. So yeah, the match didn't really work because Eddie, I think, is usually getting above a 30. So it's kind of dragging him back down. Yeah, maybe the jobbers aren't selling good enough. You're right, because they're terrible, to be fair. So, I don't know. It's a weird one. Anyway, we'll move on. Luckily, Freddy saving the show there, getting a 62 rated angle. Again, improvising well. Is the number one contender. He's the number one contender for a pretty good reason. I mean, the literal reason is he is basically the only face that we have that has decent popularity that can also go in the ring. Love you, Freddy. Freddy's match, I mean, clear example. We get a 47 rated match out of Freddy, and Freddy Datsun defeating Big Cat Brandon in 9:43 by pinfall with a Patriot press. Take her perfection. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what it is? Doomsday device. But I think Peak of Perfection is just... I'm pretty sure it's just Eddie's finisher. Eddie uses the same finisher in singles matches as well. I mean, maybe it could just be like an electric chair drop or something like that, where he maybe drops them forwards instead of backwards. You know, essentially onto their face, maybe. Anyway, great stuff there from Freddy. Probably going to lose him as well. Anyway, 47 moving into to an 81. It's pretty good. We got Morpheus teaming up, you know, with Nemesis here, the current Extreme Champion. And as you can see, Nemesis was superb. And then, of course, yeah, Morpheus not so much. Performing poorly, but then again, I mean, Morpheus has about 40 points less popularity than Nemesis at the moment. Soon to change, though. That's hopefully soon to change. All right, the main event, we get a 65, so it's pretty good. That's a decent match rating, if we're really being honest. And we do have Nemesis and Morpheus defeating Johnny Martin and Henry Lee in 14:47. And we had Morpheus in the former Extreme Champion, Johnny Martin, with the Stampede. So, of course, you know, Johnny beat Morpheus on day one, and that was for the Extreme title. Obviously, he lost the Extreme title the next day. However, Morpheus, you know, I mean, about a week later, essentially getting a victory back, getting a pinfall victory over the former champion. Big win for his career there. And a 65, really good way to main event the show. And of course, we got one more angle left. And it's a pretty good one. We get an 84 rated angle there. And we have Nemesis cutting a final promo. Well, there'll probably be one more promo for Nemesis there. But he cuts it on to Johnny Martin, former champion, who of course has a rematch clause for the pay-per-view. And an 84 is a decent way to end the show. Should be a pretty good one. Yeah, so it's a 61, above 60. Very good. And again, increasing our popularity, which is the perfect thing, because we really want to get that 47 to go onto the tri-state broadcaster, which will be so beneficial. Is so beneficial. Let's praise Morpheus. And again, we'll just go Wolverine, and we'll go... Yeah, we'll just go Sean again as well. Yeah, that's the thing. The fact that the main event was so good basically let us get off the hook for having such bad, you know, squash matches on the card. You're exactly right. Alrighty. Oh, wow. Oh, we have no pay-per-view for this month. Because we essentially already had it. So, with that being said, don't know what to do. Let's just add a new one, I guess. Suggest a name, Full Force. Peak of Perfection. Yeah, I mean the Razor's Edge would be that's a decent finisher. He's a big guy as well, so kind of makes sense for the Peak of Perfection. What should we call this event? It is going to be like a reoccurring event as well. Are there any Dave pictures? No. Should we call it Barely Legal as like a homage to ECW? I like that. Barely Legal. There we go. So what week do we need it? We need it week 3. Apparently on the Monday. And we're in July. There we go. Alright, 9 days away. Perfect. Let's have a look at size. Oh, we're already at 47. We just gained 2 points from that one show. Alright, perfect. Central Perk, here we go. They're opening 2 negotiations with us. We want it for events. I mean, we probably don't want TV just yet, because that's going to be way too expensive. There we go. Finally got a broadcasting deal. How long do we want it to go for? Maybe 6 months. I mean, we can renegotiate anyway. All right. Evening. Oh, interesting. We could go early evening, but they're not keen on us taking that time slot, so we would actually have to pay them. We would have to pay $22,500 per show, or we go in the afternoon, or we can't get late night, really. Yeah, I mean, we could have, you know, other deals, but the thing is, we can't get any other deals at the moment. So that's the unfortunate part, I guess. So it's either afternoon or graveyard. I mean, I guess it has to be afternoon, really. I mean, we can essentially go 100% to company. Yeah, I mean, it's 100%, but it's 100% of 0. So yeah, it's free TV. So it's basically it's better for gaining popularity and 0 financial incentive because there's no advertising, so there's no sponsorship. But there we go. Go 6 months, Central Perk, afternoon slot. Again, not great, but you know what? It's good enough. It's definitely good enough. I think this is the one that I want to try for next, which will be East Coast today. But we just need to get the popularity in New England, which will be coming fairly soon. Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to help us build pop faster. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to change back the ticket pricing back to normal. I want to do a test, at least to see if we gain another point. Let's advance to Barely Legal. Wonder if bringing in the Gilbert brothers would be a decent idea. I mean, they're high flyers, so potentially might sort of fit in with the product. Although, not 100%, not 100%. I think they either need, good hardcore, good, aerial flashiness maybe. I don't know. Or good brawling, I think, to essentially not be sort of outcast. I mean, Sharky George, he looks like a decent little wrestler for our product. All right, so CZCW. Luckily, only a handshake deal for the Wolverine. Not too bad, not too bad. That's fine, that's fine. As long as they're handshake deals, I do not care. For the meantime, anyway. Let's have a look at that guy, though. Sharky George. I know he's probably... Yeah, he's not available, but he's unemployed. And for a 25-year-old, dude looks pretty good, although he is better as a heel. You know what? We might need some Aussie workers. Have our Thunder from Down Under again. And he's got some decent pop in Australia, but obviously that's not exactly... I mean, it says here, some industry insiders feel that he could go on to be very successful in the US or Japan if given the chance. I mean, yeah, let's ask him. There we go. Active in the US. I mean, there we go. Sammy back, yeah. I'll get Sammy back right now, actually. So we'll give him 0 merchandise. 5. Alright, he's going to want 10. I guess that's maybe his Australian popularity coming into effect there. There we go. We'll go Sammy as well. Sammy back. He's already got 15. Got 15 popularity. I mean, if we can bulk him up a little bit, he could maybe get the star quality to be our figurehead down the line. I mean, the mere fact that CZCW just signed one of our workers. I mean, it's only fair that we go and sign, one of theirs. There we go. All right, so there's 2 new signings. Luckily, Johnny is still here. He's got 14 days left. Which is interesting. Guess he might still be around for one more show. So I could essentially job him out to somebody else as well. Maybe Eddie Peak? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this last show of the stream here. And our first show on an actual broadcaster. Even though it's free to air. I like it. And we're expecting 2,600 fans. And again, this is going to be with normal ticket pricing. So we're actually going to make money from this show. Going to make a decent amount of money. Alright, so the main event is going to be Nemesis taking on, where is he? Johnny Martin, the big rematch. He's at 52 popularity now. He's gained popularity. He has literally gained popularity. I cannot believe it. So essentially, this match could be better than the first time round. That's interesting. Anyway, we know how this one's going to go. Should it be hardcore? I guess it should be hardcore. It's either... No way. Look at that. Would you look at that? World Heavyweight Champion for Nemesis. I didn't really expect that to happen, He's both the World Heavyweight Champion and the Dave Extreme Champion as well. That is hilarious. The fact that he's not signed to an exclusive written contract with SWF and he's the World Champion. Pretty funny. Potentially only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. I wonder who put the belt on him first. Did we put it on him first or did they? I have no idea. Anyway, that's going to be our hardcore main event. What else are we going to do with the show? I did say that we are going to do a triple threat TLC tag team match, didn't I? We don't actually have a TLC match, but what I can do is just add a new match onto this one. We'll call it TLC. TLC. A tables, ladders, and chairs match. High prestige. 1 fall injury risk. Yeah, I mean, it should be high. Should be high. So tables, weapons, item retrieval, yes. I think that's pretty much everything that it needs. That should be about it. Yep, let's save that. We got our TLC match. So let's go Grunge taking on the Peak Brothers. Should we throw in the Hardcore Blondes just for the sake of it? Or should I go a bit more serious and maybe throw in the McWades? I'm gonna go the Hardcore Blondes. Why not? 12 minutes. I'll make it the Mayhem match. Purely for the fact that the Hardcore Blondes they're not very good. Yeah, the Peaks are winning. You're exactly right. Eddie Peak is going to win. I guess we'll make the loser. We'll make it Roy. I mean, I'm gonna have to bring the match length down as well, seeing as we've put Roy in here as well. A little bit unfortunate, but that's fine. 10. Hey, we got 10. We got 10 minutes. Perfect. Unfortunately for Grunge, that is the end of their tag team title reign. But it's okay. Alright, what else are we doing? We need let's go for a match. Well, we've got the Henry. Let's do Henry Lee taking on Morpheus. Up to 34 pop now. Terrible. We might struggle to do that long. We can make it a hardcore match, though. Or should we go wild? No, we'll go hardcore. Yeah, we'll go hardcore. Hardcore's probably better. So Morpheus is going to win. Definitely needs to be scripted because of Henry. Henry's quite bad. He's also still unhappy about losing. Anyway, keep him strong. There we go. Roy reaches for the belt and gets a peak of perfection. Yeah. Off of a ladder, through a table. Yep, sounds about right. Poor Roy. Once again, just getting absolutely destroyed. Alright, what else are we going to do? Maybe just go another tag team match. Let's have No Remorse take on... How many times have they versed the Darkness Warriors? They've only versed them once. Okay. We'll just go 10. We'll go a regular match, because we need to kind of have one of those in the middle. Did I not make it regular? Alright, so that one needs to be in between those two. I think this one, we might need to swap that around with that. because that's hardcore. Although this main event is also hardcore. I wonder, do I go hardcore or I might go regular. Just otherwise we'll potentially get a penalty for it, and I don't really want to get a penalty for it either. So yeah, I mean it makes sense. Let's go a singles match for Happy Gilmore. We haven't really used Happy in a little while. Who have we got for Happy? Have we done him and Fletcher yet? I don't know if we have. We have not. Okay, there we go. Nice little win over Fletcher. We won't work the crowd because I want to give him an angle before that one as well. So we do need a wild brawl. What I'll do, we'll go work the crowd maybe with that one. Go regular. Regular with that one. Kind of need a wild brawl in here somewhere. But I'm not sure if we can actually do it. Does JD have any brawling? Kind of. As I misclick again. Maybe him and Larry. Puerto Rican Power and Larry. In a wild brawl. I like that. Or maybe we'll go Larry. We'll go Larry. 10-minute wild brawl with Puerto Rican going over. It's hard to push Larry at the moment. What's our issue? Body gains. Alright, there we go. I mean, that's the show, but I feel like we're going to get a penalty for back-to-back matches. That's hardcore there. I can't put the wild brawl there either. Can we not have mayhem and then wild brawl? Maybe we can. You know what? I'm just going to do it anyway. We'll see what happens. But there we go. Anyway, Nemesis coming in with his big entertainment angle. Yeah, just 6 for him. That'll go there. Let's go a no remorse angle. So Chris and Freddy. That should be fine. So we need to use Nemesis. I guess we could go for Grunge. So we'll go JJ and Monty. We might start the Monty push after they lose the belts. I think Monty's almost too good for this, for the tag team. He's almost too good at the moment for a face to be wasting in the tag division. Give JD a storytelling match. Yeah, maybe on the next show. Next stream, I guess. I don't think I'm going to use JD. I mean, I said I was going to give Happy an angle as well, but you know what? I don't think I will. We'll just work the crowd with his one as well. There we go. That's a good show. I like it. Let's run it. So we start off with a 21. Not a great idea having this one work the crowd actually. But we do have Happy Gilmore defeating William Fletcher in 9:36 by pinfall with an anger management. And as you can see, it was a poor way to start the show and took away from the crowd. But then it also says by working the crowd, this match started to get the fans responding. Make up your mind. Make up your mind, TEW. Come on. Anyway, it's a bad match. Primarily because of William Fletcher. And Happy was almost, well, he was visibly upset because William Fletcher almost botched on him. Almost injuring him with a botch. So, got some simmering tension back. Lovely. Anyway, we go into a 38 rated angle with our current tag team champions, Grunge, JJ Cole's Monty Walker. That's an okay angle. Nothing too special. The Triple Threat TLC match getting a 34 rating. Where we have the Peak Brothers defeating Grunge and the Hardcore Blondes in a TLC match in 9:59 when Eddie Peak retrieved the item. Of course, power bombing, well, I guess Peak of perfectioning Roy off the top of a ladder through a table down below and then climbing the ladder and retrieving the tag belts. And we do have the Peak Brothers winning the Dave tag team titles. Yeah, I mean, that's a good match. At 34, I mean, we've got the Hardcore Blondes in there, who are dreadful. Doug's pretty bad. JJ's not... He's bang average at the moment. And then I guess you could say, you know, Eddie and Monty are probably the only standouts of the match. I mean, even Eddie was only on a 27. I mean, JJ got a higher rating than he did. But as you can see... Luckily, the match really helping out a lot of people, you know, hiding how bad they actually are. So, love the old Mayhem matches. Imagine Roy bounces off the table and it doesn't break clean, lands on lands on glass shards, thumbtacks, and sets off mouse traps. Now that would be hardcore. It would be hardcore. Alright, we then move into a 32 rated singles match where we have Puerto Rican Power defeating Larry Wood. And as you can see, it did actually give us a penalty there. Having the Mayhem, having the Wild Brawl follow the Mayhem match. So, I mean, I kind of knew, but I just wanted to double check. We do have Puerto Rican Power defeating Larry Wood in 10:05 by pinfall with a San Juan Rush. Good win there from Puerto Rican Power. Just we need his popularity to go up, and it's just proven to be a little bit difficult at the moment. Probably need to, I don't know, give him some victories over someone with some popularity. All right, we then move into a 54 rated angle with No Remorse. As you can see, yeah, Chris Caulfield kind of struggling, whereas Freddy. Freddy's getting pretty OP at the moment, and he enjoyed having the freedom to go off script as well. Kind of, he was always, you know, overshadowing Chris Caulfield. But right now, looking pretty damn evident, to be honest. And of course, I mean, Freddy's kind of, he's essentially going to go his own way and do his own thing as well. The tag team match, getting a pretty good rating. We have a 46 rated tag team match here. But we do have No Remorse defeating Darkness Warriors in 10:13 when Chris into Raul Darkness with a danger drop. Dropping Raul straight on his head, nearly breaking his neck. That'd be pretty nice. And I'm sure the fans, as you can see, they would be pretty happy if that was to happen to one half of the Darkness Warriors. As per usual, Freddy carrying the match, getting a 54 in-ring performance there as well. 46, that's really good. Definitely carried though. Alright, we go into a 42 rated singles competition here, singles match. Where we have Morpheus defeating Henry Lee, essentially ending this feud once and for all in 12:20 by pinfall with the Stampede. And yeah, he wins, essentially ending that storyline, like I said. Been going on essentially since Morpheus debuted. That's literally what the storyline was called, Morpheus debuts. And he's edging his way towards 40 popularity in the tri-state. Very decent. Very pleased with that. Yeah, it's another good win. Another notch in his career. And it's okay against Henry. We kept him strong, but he can also gain that popularity back because, he's got the entertainment skills. He's got the popularity as well. Alrighty, we then go into an 89 rated angle here from Nemesis. However, he also didn't do well without a script to follow. So, I mean, that just goes to show how good he actually is on the microphone. And just how his ratings are just pretty perfect, to be honest. Alright, the main event. Can we top a 75, which is what we got previously? We might actually top it. Because Nemesis might have gained a point or two of popularity from winning the SWF World title. And, of course, Johnny picked up 2 points of popularity as well in the tri-state area. So, 76, perhaps? Please? Oh, would you look at that? 74, 1 point below. Which is that's interesting because it was actually... Johnny got a higher in-ring performance. But it might be because I think the last one was hardcore. This one might be... Well, this one is regular. But I'm not 100% sure if that last one was actually hardcore. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. We do have Nemesis defeating Johnny Martin in the rematch. Rematch clause is now gone. Defeats him in 14:38 by pinfall with a Nemesis arrow. And we've got Nemesis making defense number 1 of the Dave Extreme title. Great stuff there. Really good stuff. 86 for Nemesis again, and like I said, a solid enough 60 there for Johnny Martin. Let's end the show. We get a 63, so, I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the 67. You know what? I'm still really happy with it. It's a really good way to finish off the live stream here as well. Once again, we'll go for Sean, who I didn't use, so never mind. Let's encourage Puerto Rican power. Let's praise Eddie. And let's praise Freddy. Perfect. All right. That's pretty good. All right, what have we got here? Hey, there we go. Our first ever show broadcasted on the series here so far. 0.01 TV rating. Just under 12,000 people. That's pretty cool. There we go. But we did not gain any popularity. So there we go. That's interesting. 0 popularity gain. Even though we're on a, free-to-air broadcaster. We're small in the tri-state. But it's going back to normal ticket pricing, which is kind of the downfall, really. But let's have a look. How much did we make? We made $42,500. So that's not bad. What is the best hardcore company in current CVerse? Probably Pittsburgh Steel, PSW, I would say. I think they're owned by Mitch Nace, who is the current announcer, you can see, for Dave. And he essentially created it once Dave closed down as sort of an homage. And basically all the hardcore workers that were out of work from Dave essentially went to PSW. Well, a lot of them did anyway. But there we go. That is that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at a few things before we end the stream here. Nemesis is at 77 popularity now. So he's actually been gaining a few points. Not sure if it's because of us or if it's because of... It's probably because of SWF, as you can see. I mean, although this month might be because of us. I think so. Oh, he lost it. He already lost it. Oh no. He lost the SWF world title. Let's have a look at his history. I want to see who he lost it to. Where is he? Nemesis? Company. What are we? SWF. Oh no. Hold on. No, I guess he's still the champion. I guess that's just... That must just be... Yeah, sorry, my bad. Just the belts that he has in Dave. But if you saw that, man. Wow. He defeated Christian Faith to win the SWF World title. And a 99 rated match as well. Wow. He's actually getting better in-ring performances for our company than he is for SWF. Very interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that he is actually still the champion. All right. Well, anything else to check? Let's check Morpheus. Morpheus is the big project. 39 popularity. That's up. That's way up, man. As you can see, he's had a rocket strapped to him. Just under 40 pop now as well. I might give him a clean, decisive victory over Johnny. If he's still around. Which I don't think he will be, actually. Yeah, he's not going to be around. That's unfortunate, but you know what? I like Johnny Martin, so I'm not even going to job him out. Let's let him leave on a high. You know, we butchered everybody else. We butchered Vengeance. We butchered Eric Tyler. Let's have Johnny leave even better off than he was for most of his run with our company. It's not a bad way for him to go out, I think. Unfortunately, we lost a little bit of prestige on the Extreme title. And yeah, we've also steadily been losing a little bit of prestige on the tag team titles as well. I think that in the next stream we might actually we'll bring in the mid-card belt, the TV title. Essentially, we are kind of on TV now. We're on a free-to-air broadcaster, so essentially having a TV broadcaster, we should have a TV title. Therefore, we're going to do that. Again, it's very, very similar to ECW. And I think we're going to treat the TV title maybe not in the same manner that ECW did, because they held that title to a pretty high, prestigious level. I think what we're going to do is just have it be defended like constantly. Constant defenses and sort of open challenges. It's like a new sort of competitor every show for like one of our lower down guys. I might even give it to Monty now that he's no longer the tag team champion. I think guys like Monty, Eddie Peak, once he eventually loses a belt, they could have some, you know, pretty impressive title runs and get a lot of defenses under their belt. I mean, Happy Gilmore would be another decent option as well. I mean, there are a lot of guys. I mean, even Zeus could potentially, you know, be in the running, maybe down the line a little bit more, but yeah, for sure. Anyway, what it looks like now is, though, we're probably going to be making profit if we run our 2 shows with normal ticket pricing. That's very cool to see. That we can also... Oh, you know what? It might be tight. It might be tight. You know what? We're only 8,000 in the negative. And, I mean, most of those costs are already there. And actually, you know what? This month had 3 shows. Correct? Yes. So we had 3 shows for this month, which is interesting. But also, maybe we would have already potentially made profit. There we go. Anyway, it's going to be the end of the stream, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you go to the Twitch channel. The link is in the description down below. And give the Twitch channel a follow so you can come and join us live. I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat. You boys. Let me just give you a shout out. We got... Who we got? We got Jerry Nollet. We got Tyler No Shoes. We got Ice Sucks at This Game. Got... I mean, I'm going to struggle. I know your name is Question the Mark over on YouTube. Let me stick with Question the Mark instead of trying to come out, pronounce. Probably me Kelp. Yeah, Question the Mark. There we go. Who else did we have earlier on? We had... Scroll back a bit. We had Ryan Schmidt as well. And actually... That's literally the as far back as I can go. I can't go all the way back. That's, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words as well. And, yeah. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, what are you doing? Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. But more importantly, make sure you follow Twitch channel. And apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.